Yo, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? It's your boy, Robee, man. Listen, Ryan Roberson's in the building today. I'm with my man, Mike on the mic in Ground 3 Radio, man. It's about to be a killer interview. Let's go.
Yo, what it do, family? It's your favorite host, Mike on the mic from the Vibe Perspective Podcast. Tapped on my guys at Ground 3 Radio. DJ OK, man. We back at it again for another Vibe Style Wednesday and another series of interviews. Shout out to each and every one of my listeners tonight. Make sure you take the time to like, comment, and subscribe and share this video, man. We do a lot of work. We take a lot of time on these videos, so make sure you do the same. Take some time on our videos. Share them. Send them to your mother. Send them to your father, your sister, brother, cousin, anybody. Because I guarantee they're going to like the content too. And make sure you tap in. Call in at 443-377-1872. Again, the number is 443-377-1872. Man, we got an incredible, special, dope guest in the building, man. Somebody who puts a lot of work in. And I think one of the things we do is always highlight people who put a lot of work in. A lot of people who are really invested in their jobs and their careers and the things that they do in their lives, man. Super special guest. 96,408 loads completed and counting. 20 trucks in service and even more in the future. Man, so many places, so many loads, so many offloads, so many, everything you can think of. The freights is crazy, man. You heard this guy talk about Tip for Tuesdays. You heard this guy talk about, man, keep trucking. The iconic phrase, just keep on trucking, man. We got the iconic Ryan Roberson in the building, aka Robee Trucking. What up, bro?
What's good? Yo, what's going on with y'all? Yeah, I'm in the building. That was good, bro. Hey, I ain't never been introduced like that. That's nice. I like that.
I gotta give flowers what they do, man. Some more about what he does to my listeners who want to learn more. Go over to @Robee Got It at ROBEEGOTIT on IG, as well as Robee Trucking LLC, and make sure you tap into everything he's doing on IG and on social media so you can match the work to the man himself. Man, I'm glad we got you here, man.
Man, fire, bro. Appreciate that. That's good right there.
No, I appreciate you, man. I mean, we talked before. It's funny. I don't get to talk about the connections that are made between, individual guests and myself. Like, actually, the reason the Wild Ink Boy interview happened was because of you.
Right.
That was a real thing that you actually put into my grasp, and then that became its own thing. Like, that interview lives on its own. Still one of my favorite interviews. That was crazy. His reactions are insane. Yeah. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch that.
Definitely go back and watch it. That boy a fool. That's my man, though.
Yo, it's hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy, Wild Ink Boy, who got some incredible news coming soon. I can't wait for him to release that. But yeah, you made that happen, man. We also know a mutual acquaintance in DJ Twisted.
Yes, sir. My boy Twist.
DJ Twist, man. Also watch his interview if you haven't, man. Movement Team's finest. And I'm so glad that we're finally actually able to have you sit in front of me. Because there's a lot to talk about with you.
Yes.
And there's a lot of work. I talked in the beginning of this interview about the work ethic, about the things that you've been able to accomplish, like starting from 0 and turning into 1.
Man.
It's a really difficult thing.
It's a real thing. Real thing.
And I Baltimore, born and raised, you know what I'm saying? And, I think as an early age, you really, started seeing these 30, 40 feet trucks and was like, those large machines fitting into very small places, like, how do they do it? How do they do it? It piqued your interest really quickly, and that sort of set the stage for what we know as Robee Trucking today, right? Like,
that's
that initial spark. So tell us about sort of that, connection, that interest early.
Yeah. So what happened was I knew I loved to drive, right? But I knew I liked to drive stick. Shout out to my godmother Trina. She one that actually taught me how to drive a stick from the very beginning, right?
Yeah.
And I was holding her hand on the passenger seat, like first, second, third. You know what I mean? So, but I knew I had a passion for driving. I knew that right off rip. And then I met my godbrother. He was basically his grandfather was in trucking. So we was like, yo, how you get these? Like I said, how you get these big trucks in these little spaces, these little alleys, these little docks, and and they kind of showed me. And I went to school in the North American Trade School. Shout out to them. They actually invited me back one year just to be like talk to everybody and say you can do it too. Like that was fire. It was like these grown men I'm talking to, but it was cool. It was cool. And then, like I said, it was just having that passion, just seeing seeing it, and then loving it, and then taking those risks to get where I'm at today.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, the name Mr. Breland always, pops up in this story because, sort of there's one thing, and I think you can attest to this. Like, there's one thing of doing the book smarts and reading the text about what to do when you're driving, and sort of this technical skill is cool, which is important.
Right.
But the actual act of doing the driving, like being on the road, learning the truck, is sort of the way of driving is important as well. Right. And shout out to Mr. Breland, because I think he was like very pivotal in teaching you sort of.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Anybody can drive the truck behind. Anybody can go to school and like, I can drive a truck. Nah, you need to learn how to drive a truck for real. Yeah. Like all right, after school's over, almost like like you drive your car. Like you drive it, you do your test, you hold both hands on the steering wheel, and but now you kind of leaning back a little swag to you. So it's kind of that same kind of those terms. If you drive it and you have to have that real life driving, not putting the clutch in every time that you shift, just that small point right there.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, they call flowing, like the flow in the gears or whatever like that. So it's a lot those little small teachings that he taught me during that time is definitely was the start of Robee trucking for real. Yeah, I was this young snotty nose dude that's just trying to learn how to do trucking, you know what I mean? And then he helped me out. I was down out what is that, Domino Sugar? Yeah. So down, I don't know if anybody know this, but anybody listening, but Domino Sugar, boy, them parking down there, those docks, you got an inch on both sides. When you back into that dock, he's gonna have another truck right there. Right. So everybody had to be perfect in those doors. That's old school dock. It's the old school building. Trucks are way bigger than they was back then. Yeah. So you had to basically make the room to make it work. So yeah. So shout out to Mr. Breland. Well, anybody in his family listening, but God rest his soul though. He's an awesome guy, man.
Yeah. Definitely rest in peace, man. And I that's so important. Like these individual moments, and I always talk about this when I have interviews, because these one or two different things that happen in our lives, we might have in the moment took them for granted.
Absolutely.
Whatever. That was just something they said. And then we realize 10, 15 years later, it's like, bro, that was like,
bro, that's the one that
it's so important to have these individual moments, because they really set the stage for you. And just like you said, there's like so many nuances that don't get to necessarily be talked about when you have a truck or you're working with others, or I think you were taking like certain loads that nobody wanted to early on.
Right, you had to.
Right? You were establishing like a good rapport with people, like having good relationships, like having a dedicated run.
Right.
And like being known for it.
Right.
Like small things like that aren't like taught in
like in school. Yeah. A lot of stuff like that don't get taught in school at all. Like they want you to. They just tell you how to drive, period. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But me being, of course, the rookie on the totem pole for one, and then two, I listened to the older guys and said sometimes you got to run the stuff that nobody else want to run, just so you can run the stuff that everybody wants to run. You know what I'm saying? So basically, take the bad with the good. That's kind of slogan. But you can't expect good all the time. You have to run the bad stuff. You can't expect good. You can sometimes be bad. Keep it 100. It's sometimes it's bad, but you gonna have to, let the dispatcher know, like, hey, I did these two, look out for me, and then she always look out for me. So that's how it works. That's the game. Yeah, a little bit of game right there. Yeah, I do a little game. Take it on the chin. To let her know though, I took that on the chin for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then she gonna look out for me.
She gonna look out for you
on the back end. For sure. And that's fire. I mean, there's so many individual small moments that I think that when people see this from the outside looking in, like they see the business, they see the 20 trucks, they see the so many jobs, they see all these things, but they don't get to like appreciate the steps that happen in between those things, like those kind of learning lessons that learns like ways of the trade in a way that you have to develop over time. And I think early on, even before you got your CDLs, I think you started your business like 2008. Right. Like I think even that's a small thing of like having confidence in yourself before you even get the certification to do the thing.
You have to believe in yourself.
You have to believe in yourself.
You have to believe in the dream before. If you had a dream and you thought about it and this is what you wanted to do, I was like, listen, I know the first step is to get the LLC. I knew that first step to get the EIN number. I know that's the first step. So while I'm sitting here not doing nothing and thinking about my dream, let me go ahead and find out how to do it myself. You don't have to pay nobody to do it for you. Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. It's not that hard.
That is a bar.
And And you save a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Just doing it yourself. Even if it's $100 or $200 you save, that's money you could have you save. You know what I mean? That's a nice meal. So
little steak.
So I definitely took that time out. I started it early. I was still working for somebody. I was behind somebody else's wheel. I did not own nothing. Not a tire. I didn't own it. But I believed in Robee trucking early, and I'm glad I did. I mean, it gave me time, which I learned later on helped me because I had already established a time frame. So when I went to go get a bank account, like, oh, you've been open since 2008, and you're in good standing. Oh, here's $1,000 credit card or $2,000. You know what I mean? So, those really were helpful straight from the beginning. So if you have a dream, if you're out there got a dream, you want to attack it, get your LLC, get it started now. Yeah. And go after it for sure.
There's no time like the present.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. that is such a bar. And everybody watching, everybody listening, that's a gem. Do not lose that. Yeah. Like, you got a dream, go after it now. Even if you don't got all the tools, you don't got all the things in place. Right. Start using this time to get those tools and get those things in place. Absolutely. No time like the present. I mean, and then 1 year later in 2009, you then established yourself with getting your CDL. Right. I think the story is that you've been scaling the business since 2013. Right. So, crazy. Being an owner operator.
Everybody heard that? That's crazy. Crazy. License in 09. 09. Didn't get my truck to 13. It's insane. How much? Yeah. You can do research. That's kind of what I do. That's very good timeline. But that's what happens. You really believe in yourself. You start patterns, so you start saving money. Like, hey, I know I made $1,500 this week, but I'm only as a driver because I didn't have a truck yet, so I'm a driver. Put yourself as a driver. So I got to put myself as a driver. Right, so if I make $1,500 from the other company, but I'm only paying myself $1,000 as a driver, guess what that $500 went to? The savings, so that I can go get my truck. You know what I'm saying? There you go. So that's pretty much what happened, though. Yeah.
And I think most people don't discuss just how the difficulty of not only getting your own truck, but getting the second one, and then the third one is first of all, getting one truck is
already difficult.
Already just a feat in and of itself. Right. But 2 and 3 is astronomically more difficult. Right. Can you give us a little insight on the hardships and obstacles you had to face in order to just scale to just 2, just let alone 3?
Pay yourself a salary. Do not pay yourself. Just not your money. Yeah. It's not your money. It's not yours. I know it's your money, but it's not your money. Right? Yeah. So you get the second. So you like you did the first truck. You save for the second truck the same exact way. You pay yourself the $1,000. I'm just using for easy math. You pay yourself I know that truck made $3,000 that week, but guess what? You paid your driver $1,000. It made $2,000. Guess what you're gonna do with the money? Save it. Put it in your. Oh, I'm gonna give myself a raise. Make 15. No, you don't. You will never get the 2 trucks. You will never get the 3 trucks or 4 trucks. Yeah. You have to learn how to take care of 2 and 3 before you get 4 and 5. It's not. It's no way around it.
It's a bar. Yeah.
No way around it. So that's pretty much how that happened. And then also I will always suggest, and this is a suggestion, everybody can do what they want, but my suggestion would be your first 2 trucks that you get, pay them off.
Yeah.
Don't have one truck that you own that's paid off and then have a truck payment. You need to have 2 trucks that's paid off. So that's this income coming in. Right. And then when you want to do a third one, do you want a small payment, a little $1,500 or $2,000 a month on a newer truck? Then okay. Yeah. You got the other 2 trucks that's paid off that's going to meet the profit for you. Right. My suggestion. That's my own tea.
No, definitely. That is a gem. I don't even own a truck, and I feel like I'm learning a lot. Right? But that's the thing. You even talk about the mindset, right? Of still keeping the mindset that you had on your first truck. If you do scale to 2 and 3, keeping that same mindset and not doing this lavish lifestyle and not overexpending and actually just keeping this foundation before you transition the mindset of becoming an owner operator. Yeah. And I think you got up to 9, maybe 10 trucks before you even started to think about getting out of the truck. Exactly. And then you were only kind of out of the truck.
Right, at that point. So I'm glad you mentioned that because there's guys right now, and I'm not talking about nobody in particular. Sure. But if, it's guys that's out here with one truck, but then you want to, have this big lavish Mercedes and this big house and all that stuff, it's not the move. Yeah. It's not the move. You got to be smarter than that. You got to save your money, get a fleet or find other income that you're doing. Maybe trucking's on your side, maybe. I don't know. But if you're only in trucking, you're not getting enough money to just you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but to say what you're saying, yeah. So I scaled up to 9 trucks, 10 trucks, and that's when I decided to get. I was like, all right, I need to be available. I need to be able to hop out and help a driver, or if they have a battery issue or a tire issue or whatever, and be able to be mobile a little bit more. Yeah. And then I still got back in the truck because I still love what I'm doing.
The love never leaves.
Yeah. So I still, even to the day, I still hop in the truck. I still, help out with loads, pull things out, or the port for them. So I still help out. Absolutely.
Yeah, still good at what you do too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And I think over time you even get more seasoned. It's not like rapping. We're like,
you just kind of reference to it because things keep happening. So a certain breakdown is a certain breakdown the way it is because you already experienced this has happened to this other truck, so I already know this is what you need to do. So and I get to teach, and that's another thing that's been inspires me. Not to change the subject, but 100%, a lot of guys have learned under me too. You know what I'm saying? Just from like just experiencing the growth of me. I've definitely raised on operators into who they are today too. Yeah. So
that's fire. Sure. I mean, and that's such an important part of your story too, because people look back and realize that like a lot of the success they've had has come from your teaching. Which you can honestly go back and talk to like Mr. Breland, rest in peace.
Right. Like,
it's like his initial gift to you of knowledge.
There you go.
Really paid it forward to those that you're giving it to.
There you go.
And they'll give it to someone else. Right? Yeah. And shout out to whoever taught him.
Right. And that's how it works though. That's crazy how it works like that. Yeah. But yeah, man, like the people that you run into, you never know who you. I never thought in the world I'd met that man, but he has literally changed my life. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And then help me change somebody else's life. You know what I mean? So
and that's so important. I mean, and then we even get into sort of, which I didn't mention, Robee Logistics, which is sort of this completely different entity, which I think a lot of people get mistaken that like the trucking business and the logistics business are kind of the same. It's not. Yeah. And you have different roles and responsibilities, including sort of this management of, just all types of trucks, all types of equipment, and in some ways teaching, right?
Right.
Getting this information down.
Absolutely.
So, I want to talk about, you developing the logistics company and sort of how that transitioned.
Crazy.
As you were standing.
Crazy. Things be happening, Right? So, no. So what I did was, I knew that when I got the 10, 12 trucks, I was like, you know what, I really want to be able to not only get out the truck, right, but to also find another way to make money. Another gem that Steve Harvey actually said was ABC. So he's gonna always be closing, all the time. So always trying to figure out a way for you to get to your next level. So I knew that I knew that was my next level. I didn't really want my own authority per se. I know a lot of people go out, I don't get my own authority, but a lot of I'm gonna say the two. Getting your own authority is your own insurance, own liability, own customers, such and such. But I decided to be an agency, right? Agency is less risk, less headache, less money out of pocket, but you also make less money a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They take a percentage from you. Sure. So now, I basically what I did was I actually had somebody that learned from all their life actually taught me how to talk to a customer, how to email a customer. What do you say? What do you don't say? What does a rate? How does it supposed to be broken down? What's a fuel surcharge? What's a base? What's a overweight? How much toll is? How you make money off a toll? Like all these different information that I've taken from somebody else. We actually did like a partnership together. So we got together with Horizon. We got together, and it was cool. I learned so much, like a lot, and it was a little scary, of course, like just the beginning of Robee trucking. Sure. Very, 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 very scary. But, of course, but I ended up learning a lot and took that knowledge, and then we, decided to part ways. After we did, I started Robee Logistics in September, and it was I took one of the reps, the dispatcher, he took one, and then we just did our own thing. So, but it was. I took that same knowledge and I, reach out to customers and I have a plethora of customers that I talk to almost every day. So, yeah. That's tough. Talking 700 emails per day that I check. My team checks. It's crazy.
Insane. I mean, not liking every checking day. 7 at my job.
700 per day.
Insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shout out to you, man. Flowers. Jeez. Woo, man. Somebody gotta do the work.
Somebody gotta do it. So basically logistics feeds Robee Trucking. So Robee Logistics actually gives Robee Trucking the work. You know what I'm saying? And owner operators too now. So we got owner operators that's under. So now it's not just my trucks. I got owner operators that's under me that get work and be able to make money for their family as well.
That's fire.
So,
That's fire, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, this is important stuff. This is important stuff that I need to learn about myself because this trucking business sound real good right now. we gonna get into people jumping into the field in a little bit, but I definitely want to talk about because we kind of briefly touched on the fact that like not only are you like building up new owner operators, but you're also teaching people and also learning the things for yourself. But you establish an ebook. And I definitely want to talk about your ebook because if there is something that you have on sale, I want to make sure we promote it here. If you want to learn some more about his trucking truths as he calls them, he has an ebook out right now. Please go tap in. Go to his, Instagram. There's a link in his bio that you can go straight to the website. But also, if you look up Robee Trucking, you can absolutely find the website, Robee Trucking LLC, and you can find the ebook because he's giving so many gems. Ebook.
I mean, I'm giving all the sauce.
All the sauce.
And when this drop, I'm gonna give a special discount on this. So that's gonna be there. You go,
man. Send the code Mike.
There you go. There you go. Send the code Mike.
Get your special discount.
There you go.
Because that's important. I mean, I'm so happy that you didn't just like take all of this sauce to the grave, right? Like you didn't like keep it all to yourself and like not to say that that's a bad thing. Some people do that and they just keep the knowledge, but like I think it's a better thing to expand your sort of knowledge base to others. To give that back
because it was given to me.
Exactly.
It was given to me, so why not?
Exactly, 100%. So if you haven't already, go tap into his ebook and go buy that right now. Man, I think it's already a discount. So with this video, it's a second discount.
There you go.
VIP discount.
There you go. Absolutely.
So make sure you go tap in, man. But I want to talk, a little bit about, a couple of things that we've seen hit the trucking industry, and I do want to get your opinion on it because the first thing that I instantly thought about when we first talked and I was like, yo, I gotta interview you, I thought about COVID.
Yeah.
And the industry, and now this is so funny because I always get to talk about music, I always get to talk about Baltimore stuff, I always get to talk about all these things, but now I get to kind of nerd out a little bit. In terms of my political mind. Right. Because I do follow like where policies goes. I follow like where markets go, and because that affects my pocket.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
And I know that it hugely affected yours with COVID and how everything shut down. Yeah. And how sort of people were trying to figure out where the money's going to come from. Yeah. So tell me about some of the things you had to face during that COVID era.
Right when it just happened. COVID, that's kind of right around the time that Robee Logistics started, right? So crazy. I was 19 of September 2020 in March. Smack you right in the face. Right. So, gracefully, my team, we did the best we could to hold on to the jobs we had. A lot of guys had to go drive for like these alcohol companies because that's what they really was moving was alcohol, you know what I mean, in groceries. So and a lot of the warehouses and stuff like that were closed. We couldn't even deliver. You know what I'm saying? They can have all the freight they want. And I can't. It's in a port. I can't deliver it.
Right. Yeah.
So that was a whole experience, and this most like everybody else that was in the business thought they was going crash. They thought it was going to be that's it. Like we done. But I do appreciate the state of Maryland as well as the SBA for holding a lot of us down. Doing the truckers and all that stuff to keeping us going. So yeah. But that was definitely a scary time for sure. We was scratching at the walls. Yeah.
No, I can imagine. Figure it out. Like inflation is going crazy. Like, and it was crazy because like at that time the trucking industry was already kind of struggling. Right. Like I think freight prices was like lower than a long time. Yeah.
And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And they like, bruh. And so we went from oatmeal to no meal. You know what I'm saying?
Like syrup sandwiches to no bread.
Right. That was a syrup now. But yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. Like I said, it wasn't for those bailouts from the it really I don't know. But I can honestly say though, right after stuff started to open back up, the market went nuts. Yeah. So freight was for everybody else was high, man. Like the prices after COVID was like you could really make a lot of money, and more than I've ever you know what I'm saying during my time. So if you wanted to get on, that was the time to get on, and they did get on.
A lot
of people got on. It as much as it helped and helped others to make money at that time, it also caused what we have now, which is a deflation of freight, because there's so many truckers out here. Yeah, a lot of them folded already, but there's a lot of truckers out here that that are still doing stuff for like hella cheap because they don't know. They ain't Robee trucking truths yet. You gotta buy the ebook. You gotta buy the ebook so you can know how to read. You gotta learn how to read, man.
100%.
You know, so that's pretty much what happened. So, you know, these guys, you know, they running cheap freight and it's making our stuff still cheap. They still saying yes when I'm looking at like carry the one. I can't do it for that long. It's not the job for me. It's not good. So, but you know, like I said, you know, when my guys say now, you know, somebody's going to run it, unfortunately. You know,
somebody.
So, unfortunately, it's a bad part about it. So, but right now freight is down. People are getting out of the business because it's not what it was.
And we're gonna talk about that. But can't you appreciate that I'm such the segue?
Yeah, boy, you was killing it. Boy.
I told you we was gonna get into people getting in. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but that's important to say because you know, as we kind of, I do want to say this. Though. Okay. I don't want to skip this. Because you're starting a film too. Before we get to 2024, you know, I can't miss 2023 when we talk about Check Please.
Right. Shout out to Desi,
everybody,
Alexander.
Desi.
Yes,
like, how many people was in
just
this?
Hilarious.
It was everybody.
Tim Trees.
Like, shout out to Tim Trees.
Crazy, yo.
Insane.
It was insane.
Yeah.
So
how was that?
This is my first time being. I was actually an extra in that. So I was like. It was just cool seeing everything. You remember I say always be closing. I'm always working on something.
Always.
Listen, I'm leaving here with something.
I love that.
I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna learn something. So I just started like looking into like the acting thing, and I was like, I wanted to just kind of be around that. So Desi had a situation where he needed some extras. He's like, yo, come through, whatever. That's after he did my birthday party, by the way.
Yes,
shout out to him. For doing my birthday
comedy,
party.
Like all-star jam for your birthday for 35 is insane.
It was
insane. Shout out to you. I ain't seen nobody else do that. Shout out to you.
Thank you. That's my first annual. I might do it again. I might do it for my 40th.
Bring it back.
I think I've got to have him. This time I'm gonna try to get Jess though. She a couple of dollars. But I'm gonna try.
For sure. So let's be honest. She for sure.
Yeah, she a couple of dollars. But I'm gonna try to get it. But anyway, so. I wanted to get into the acting thing, kind of see how that was like, and he's like, "Won't you be an extra and all that?" So I was like, "Cool," and I kind of learned how their production work and you know lines, and I was just from the background looking in. I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy," you know what I'm saying? And then how they flip it and how it actually looks on TV. I mean, on screen is like it's fire. So, but I was an extra for in Check Please, which is a hilarious film. Check it out for sure.
Insane, like an insanely hilarious film. Please go check it out if you haven't already, and see my guy riding there. You know what I mean? You know, you might see some more things in the future. Who knows? You know, just keep your ears to the streets.
There you go.
But, you know, I had to say that because I gotta give you flowers for that. But you know, as we talk about sort of hardships and people jumping in and out of the business, which you know all too well as of now, you know, we kind of see the 2024 bridge collapse, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, we don't gotta relitigate how insane that day was because. I thought
it was a dream. I ain't even
like
lie.
It was like something out of a film. You put on TV, it's like, oh, you fucking
right. You gotta be kidding.
No, like, this really happened, and it just hit Baltimore like a Mack truck. No pun intended.
Right.
You know, but you know, I think it's important to also mention that you know, from the results of that, the government stepped in and a lot of money and funding started coming in. Yeah. Not just grants, but loans.
Yeah.
You know. And because of all of the influx of money, so many people started to jump into the business, even though they had no idea what they were doing.
Exactly.
Didn't have any expertise. They were charging whatever. They were accepting whatever. Yeah. And I think it was 1,000, small business loans, in April, which is I think like right after the bridge collapse. But then 5,500 of them by that September ended up coming in because of this,
right?
Bridge collapse. So like you can just see off top, people just rushing for the money.
Money. That's it. That's all. And I tell people all the time, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna see this on my thing. Like, is if you think you're getting trucking because it's about the money, you won't make it. You won't. Like,
you gotta love it.
You have to love it, or you will quit. That is a slogan.
Yeah.
You either love trucking or you will quit. It is not for the faint heart. I know the money looks good. Oh, he making $3 grand a week. And,
okay.
All right, that $3 grand is gone, boy. What you talking about? You're talking about a tire is $500. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, and that's just a tire. You got 8 of them, 10 of them. You know what I mean? So But I just tell people all the time: if you don't love trucking, you'll quit. Period. Yeah, you will. Yeah. But it was definitely an inflation with the trucks after that time. The bridge collapse was like.
Massive.
Like I was in bed, looked up to it, and I'm like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
Literally, there's no way. Like, okay, what else are you gonna throw at me? Because is the alien coming next? Like, what is happening in Baltimore? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then being interviewed behind that too. I know you saw that too. That was dope, bro.
100%. WBAL did the entire documentary.
Crazy,
watch that.
Crazy. Check that out. WBAL. Shout out to WBAL.
Yeah, big shout out.
All them people that came and helped, interviewed me. That was cool. Like, I'm just trying to get in front of the camera. Fox News, Fox Business,
Baltimore Banner.
He
was on Fox News 3 times.
Yes, I was.
Back to back.
Yes.
Like, which is
crazy, right?
Insane. Shout out to you because I'm trying to get like you one day. Goddamn, like three times. It was damn near like 3-4 days apart. Right. Bang. Like
again. Again. I said okay.
They love you.
Look,
the camera loves you. You're an actor already.
That's what they say. You're like a natural. I'll say for real. I ain't never do this before. This is crazy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, but no, I definitely appreciate the opportunity. I want more. I want my, I just want to make it, my last name means something to my kid. Robee, even if it's just Robee, means something to this world. Even if it's Baltimore. I just say Baltimore. Let me and I'm from Baltimore, so it's like, I'm saying it the right way, Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from here the whole time, so I just want my name to mean something, to the trucking game, to the trucking world, to just Baltimore. Period.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, and you're from a legacy. Like your dad, Gregory Roberson, like he's big in construction as well, right? Yeah. Like so, it's like that is a legacy that not only was at your father's sort of level, and then it passed down to you, and then you have your own children. Right. Your sons are also going to have a real legacy as well. Like and your children in general are going to have your that legacy. I think the 3 generations are that's a testament.
Right. Absolutely.
So just to give you your flowers there, I'm going to give as many flowers as I possibly can. It's expensive nowadays. I got to give them up. But I mean that is a really important time. Like we talked about sort of the bridge collapsing. And the struggle just to keep drivers paid was, I already know that was like a really big thing on your mind, and just figuring out how to continue your business week to week, right? Not even like year to year, month. It's like week to week. We got to figure out how we're making this happen. What are some of the lessons you learned after sort of figuring this out? Once things are sort of starting to do new things, what are some of the lessons you learned through the biggest hardship?
I think. The ones I still think about it from time to time. That's just the way my brain works. Sure. Is you think you always save enough until you don't have enough. So I think I got a little bit more aggressive with saving, really putting things away and investing. And then multiple incomes, y'all. Listen to me. Oof. Y'all gotta find different. It can't just be this. You know what I'm saying? You have to. I don't care if you open up a snowball stand. You need to have something else going on while you're doing what your career is, at all times. Even if it's passive. I don't care if you got an ATM machine, a vending machine. Do something that's going to make money, just in case. Because you never know. Yeah. Literally, you never know. So that's one thing I did take away from that. And just also talking to the drivers more. Actually, sitting next to them, talking to them. And figure out where their mind's at. Just being more involved. You know what I mean? I've learned from that as well during that time. So it's still a learning process, even after all these years. You know what I mean? It's still
you always learn.
You're still learning. You're still learning. You know. So absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think Baltimore's like the port is like the 9th largest port in like the nation. Mm-hmm. Like we even got to me, and nobody can convince me otherwise. We got the best longshoremen and the best truckers in the
shout
nation.
Shout out to all the longshoremen. Look, get me first. You know what I'm saying? Skip everybody else. Everybody, Robee, get them. Broadway on the side. Get them first.
Damn.
Get them out of that fort first.
Broadway Intermodal. You see
it.
You see it.
I'm next. Yeah.
Right. No cap. I mean, and that's.
But they work hard though. They are, and it's very, very. A lot of people don't really talk about how dangerous the job is. It really is a dangerous job. It is. But so it's. I would definitely like to shout out them because they, but it's always that. When you have truckers and just people in general working in the one place, you're going to have some type of animosity or but those guys have been very helpful for me.
Yeah.
I had drivers that run out of fuel. That's the number. Let me tell you something real quick. Pivot real fast. Number one. Shout out to Stephen Hodge real quick.
Shout out.
Number one rule in trucking, Steve. What's that? Do not run out of fuel. Like that right there, I'm trying to tell you, is the number one uno law book of trucking. It should put it in school. They should have it on there.
I'm surprised they don't.
It should have make it a Robee law. I think we should ask them.
You gonna put it on the screen?
Robee law. Do not run out of fuel. Listen, I don't care if you're gonna put $100 in there, $50 in there. Don't run out. Look at the gauge, put the stick in do something.
Yeah.
Don't run out of fuel because it's the worst. It's not like you just put gas in it and then you take off. Right. No, you got to prime. You got to start. You got to. Yeah. So someone shut it up. All right. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Stay gassed up.
Yeah, please. Cheese. Look, make quarter your E from now on.
Make quarter your E. That is a gem, bro. Make quarter your E. I'm using that for my finances. Right. Make quarter your E,
boy. Son. Make the quarter. 1/4 full. Goodness. I'm empty now.
I'm empty. I'm broke.
Go to the fuel station.
Go to the fuel station.
There you go.
I hope my truck is listening now. These is really some stuff in the book that he kind of give you for the free.
Yes.
So don't trip. Buy that book. We get the rest of them. But I do want to talk to you about because multiple streams of income, new ideas, new things that you're trying out. To make it make sense in the future. Always scaling, right? I just saw the Howard Street, tunnel project was just completed like a few days ago. Okay. And it's like rail freights and it's like all these new opportunities for cargo and opportunities for jobs. Any plans to expand into railway?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm always listen to me. Okay. I'm always open to try to definitely do ways to get more money and keep my guys working. That's the biggest thing for me. It isn't even about the money for me. It's really about just keeping the guys working and being able to put food on their table, on their family's table. You know what I'm saying? If they eat, I'm gonna eat. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Right. So the rail is smooth. It's not like longshoremen. They have them there, but it's not as many.
Sure. Yeah.
It's kind of already preset. Come off the train, and then you just put it on your truck and then just go. So it's a lot easier. A lot of people like it. The freight rate right now is a little cheaper because it's easier and it's domestic. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason. It's not coming across seas. So that's another reason. So exactly. but it's still freight, and freight need to be moved every day. So
And speaking of overseas, like I said, I'm a political mind. Like we always, see these things about tariffs. Right?
Yeah,
like
bro.
This Agent Orange right now in the White House is doing a lot of stuff with these tariffs. 25% tariffs on like all types of stuff. Yeah. I just seen one about like furnishings and like heavy trucks. And,
all of that is going to bother us.
Drugs, like bro, like it's. Like,
all of it is going to bother us.
Yeah.
It hasn't hit as of yet. I have like a few customers that are trying to ship everything they can right now before it hits. And stuff is coming over heavier.
Yeah.
Average weight, just to give y'all more gems, 38,000 pounds on a 20-footer, right? That's 30,000. That's legal weight. Anything after that is heavy, right?
Yeah.
Up to 48, you're legally permitted for the state of Maryland.
Yeah.
44,000 for a 40. To 54,000 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 54,000 pounds.
Jeez.
Heavy, right? So you have these customers from across seas packing these containers with 50,000 pounds on average, trying to get whatever they can over here as much as they can.
Yeah.
That's
insane. Yeah. But that's things you don't hear, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Gyms. I do my job. I'm just want to know. I do my job. Like, I be pulling out the gyms that they need to be. Yeah. But that's such an incredible, like burden to bear, right? Like something that's as high as like tariffs from like the topmost level of government is affecting like the everyday worker.
Absolutely.
And so don't ever think that like politics doesn't touch you.
Yeah.
Like you might not care about politics, but politics care about you. You know, and it's going to affect everything you do in your daily life, right? Yeah. So, shout out to that tanned orange in the Oval Office because he is destroying everything.
Right. Make it a little difficult.
Make it a little bit more difficult. But, I definitely know that, with your smarts and in the way that you learn how to adapt, you'll figure things out and you'll keep your drivers driving and working.
Yeah, you have to adjust. I always say that, and my whole life has been like that. But you have to adjust to what's in front of you. Yeah. And then make a decision to what movement you're going to make.
Yeah.
So you have to adjust for sure. So whatever's going to get thrown at you, adjust to it, and then try to move on forward.
100%. And then speaking of adjusting, I mean, I can't not talk about your big partnership with the empanada lady. Big shout out to her. Yeah. Those empanadas are incredible, by the way.
Yeah.
If you haven't tasted one, buy 3.
Yes.
But we've seen these events you've been putting on.
Yeah. I've been trying, man. I've been trying. Doing this hosting thing. Like I said, ABC baby.
Always be
closing, boy. I try to find out what's going on. Trying to host that and try to get Baltimore out to different restaurants. I think we're going to try another restaurant very soon. But I definitely shout out to Lisa and the whole empanada lady movement. Yeah. They had a cocktail tasting the other day. They invited me to, featured me to. Great time, food slap. I still got leftovers. All right, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Food is smack. The cocktails are off the hook. Definitely go down there and check them out. They love Robee over there, so yeah, for
100%, 100%. I went and I had a great time. I cannot say that I left sober.
Right.
I cannot say that I did.
Cocktails was crazy.
Get a little 2-step. That's how you know.
That's how you know you had a good time.
That's how you know I had a great time. A little 2-step. Don't check my story right now, please. But yeah, I mean, you're always adapting. You're always finding out new things to do to be more successful, scaling and building your business and finding out new ways to be successful wherever that is. You'll always be closing ABC. So many gems in this interview, and man, I appreciate you for coming, man. This has been a great time.
Absolutely. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. Is awesome, man. You did a good job, man. Great job.
This won't be the last time we sit down. Absolutely. You heard it first, man. Robee Trucking. Ryan Roberson is in the building, man. Always a pleasure, bro.
Yes, sir. Same here, bro. Yes, sir.
We finally made this happen, and I appreciate you, for pulling up. As I said, this won't be the last time we talk. This won't be the last time we speak about any of these things, because there's a couple of things.
I'm about to say, you ain't saying nothing.
I ain't get too far because there's a couple of times we got to sit down. I don't want to run the well dry just yet. You know what I'm saying? But I can't wait to see even bigger business moves, scaling even higher, more trucks, more opportunities, more drivers, and creating more owner-operators with the knowledge base that you have. And before you leave, I have to leave you with a short, sacred Baltimore proverb, and that is, keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely, 100. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. I love that. I love that. I'm writing that down.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Yours truly. Once again, it's Mike on the mic for the Vibe Perspective Podcast. Tapped on my guys at Ground 3 Radio. DJ OK, man, calling at 443-377-1872. Again, the number is 443-377-1872. Leave a message about Robee Trucking. Leave a message about one of the favorite things you've seen him do over these years, because he's done a lot.
Let's go.
Anything you like, man. Call in. Next interview is coming up soon. Keep it locked from Vibe Studios and Ground 3, man. Let's keep the vibe alive. Peace. Keep trucking.
Sir. What up, y'all? It's your boy, Ryan Roberson, a.k.a. Robee. Listen, I'm out here with Mike on the mic, and I want to tell you about my ebook I got coming out. Make sure you check it out on RobeeTrucking.com or go to IG. Hit it up on Robee Got It. That's RobeeGotit. All your tips, tricks, anything to do with trucking, I'm your guy.